Hey, welcome back to Live Authentically with Krista. I just wanted to just share, I don't know, just some feelings that I've been having today here. When I show up, I definitely do it authentically, and I don't sugarcoat how I feel. I don't like to suppress, my feelings. I'm trying to be mindful with, who I share my feelings with, but sometimes I like to show up and I share authentically because sometimes it's just like you feel those things yourself, but you just don't share them with others, or it's just like it's really how you feel inside. And maybe, through someone else saying the things that you feel, it it can help bring those feelings to the surface, so you can properly deal with those and understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling, you know. So I don't know. Today I was just really just thinking about my life, my upcoming days ahead here, and my birthday's coming up and real soon, and I was just feeling like, you know, excuse me for the noise here, but it's just like sometimes on social media, that's the one day a year that people even notice you. Like, that's just like the one day where they'll even mention you, or just reach out to you, and I was just kind of feeling kind of some type of way. So it's just like, I wonder if I actually like deactivate my social media, if people even notice me. I wonder if they'll even remember me on my day, because some people know my birthday. So it's just like, I wonder if what would happen if I decide to just like disappear for a day. Will they notice me? Will they notice that I'm gone? Will they, if I decide to just like stop speaking, will they notice if I'm gone? Will they feel my absence? And that's just what I'm really feeling today, is whether that's something I really want to do or not. I don't know. I know on social media, usually that's the one day a year where you're going to get spammed with all sorts of offers. And it's the one day where people actually reach out to you and ask you how you're doing, and you don't hear from them all year long. So this is just how I'm feeling today here. And sometimes social media is just it's not real, like genuine, you know. It just feels it feels fake sometimes, It just feels like you're just kind of putting people just show up and pretend and only share the good things. Like, they only share the good things, and not the messy parts or the things that are going on behind. And then everyone else just thinks that, well, they just have a perfect life. They just have a perfect life. So this is just this is just how I'm feeling. And sometimes I share the messy stuff here. I share the messy things of how I'm feeling. I share the things that I've dealt with, rejection and things. Sometimes I'm willing to share things with people because it's just like, that's what helps people. That's what helps people, like knowing, like, how did you get through that, Krista? Like, this is so painful. How are you still standing? How are you still managing your life? How are you still, how are you doing? Like, how are you even doing it now? Like, this is the stuff, when you're willing to share, the hell that you've gone through and how you made it through. That's what changes things. That's what helps people. You not sugarcoating stuff and just like pretending and just, I mean, does that make sense here? It's the messy stuff. It's you sharing and being vulnerable that helps other people, and you not suppressing your feelings. It's just when we suppress our feelings, it doesn't do anything but stay stuck. You have to bring those feelings to the surface. You have to bring your feelings to the surface and deal with them. You have to share those feelings. If you have feelings that you're holding back, how are you going to handle those feelings? I had a dream. And I saw a car, and this car wasn't representing me. It was representing someone else. But sometimes I get shown, sometimes in my dreams, I get shown, things that are happening, but yet they're meaning someone else. And only I know that because I've been on a journey with God, and I know what he's talking about, who he's referring to, and stuff like that. But in this dream here, I saw this car, and there was a trunk, but I didn't know how to open it. I didn't know how to open the trunk here. And then I saw myself, I don't know, there was like some sort of a compartment of like, it was like empty, and then I started filling it with sand. And I was trying to research, like what some of these things were meaning. And what I was finding was, a trunk of a car is where you hold things, right? It's where you hold things. It's where you hold things here. And the fact that I couldn't get to it meant that, it was stuck there. It was being suppressed, right? And which would represent feelings, feelings, your emotions, And I know that wasn't me. That's not me, because I'm a open book here. I share my feelings. I don't hold back, especially if I have feelings for someone else. If I have feelings towards someone, I don't hold back. I share, because sharing those feelings is what's going to help you. It cleanses you. It frees you. But it's the fact that, if you're suppressing your feelings and you're holding them back, it's not going to help you. It's only going to keep you stuck. And I was researching, like, okay, sand, that can represent a couple different things, Like if you built your life on the sand, you're going to sink, right? If you build your life on the sand, you're going to sink. According to the Word of God, if you build your life on sand, those things are going to sink. And, according to the book of Matthew, and when you build your life on the rock of Jesus Christ, when you let him, orchestrate your life, when you allow him to show you, like when he shows you his plan for your life, and when you allow him to lead you and guide you, and when you move forward towards the things, that God wants you to be a part of, that's where you are living and, and moving forward in the foundation, because God is orchestrating it, and because it's built on the foundation of Jesus, right? So I know that's not what he was meaning here in this dream here. So I guess you're going to have to figure out, like if you know that the things that you've built in your life, did you build it, or did you let the Lord build it for you? Did God orchestrate it for you, or did you do it yourself? Because if you did it yourself, chances are, you're probably not feeling that blessed. You're not feeling, you might be feeling, sometimes you might feel really cursed, and just stuck in life here. But when you build the things that God is leading you to, when you build things, it doesn't matter, a relationship, a job, like if you wait on those things from the Lord, He'll open the doors for you. He'll bless you. And if you are, waiting on the Lord for a spouse or whatever, like, and you allow Him to lead you, and it's built upon Him, those things are going to stay strong, it's going to stay strong here. But the fact that I was pouring sand into some sort of a compartment, I was researching it, and it was representing like some sort of a renewal, a renewal, like a cleansing, like a spiritual, like a cleansing. So in the dream here, I feel like what the Lord was saying is, whoever the person is that is suppressing their feelings or holding them back, they're tucking them away here, and they're not bringing them to the surface. They're not dealing with those feelings. They're not sharing those feelings, and once you share those feelings, and you bring them to the surface, you bring them to the table here, whether it's your own issues or maybe you have feelings towards another person, you got to bring those to the surface. You got to bring them to the table here, and you got to deal with those, and you got to share those feelings, because when you share those feelings, it's going to cleanse you. It's going to renew you. It's going to take the pressure off of you. It's the fact that when you suppress your feelings, it's not going to help you. It's going to hurt you. It's just the same as if you have bitterness and resentment in your heart right now towards someone, if you don't forgive, if you don't bring those feelings to the surface and deal with them, it's just going to hold you back in life. It's going to stagnate you. It's going to bring stagnation to your life here. It's only going to hurt you. So it's important to bring those feelings forward and deal with them, talk about them, share them, and don't suppress them. So I don't know. I wasn't planning on saying all of this stuff here, but I guess my vulnerability with me sharing my birthday is kind of what brought it forth. So now I have to make a decision. Am I going to wallow in my feelings here? Am I going to... Oh, crap. Am I going to just let these feelings fester inside of me? Am I going to gonna ruin my own birthday? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't decided yet. But I was just really feeling some type of way that I wonder if anyone would notice me. Or if I matter enough. So, that's just me and my feelings. So, I hope that my vulnerability has helped someone today. Have a great day.